Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And I continue with Fallout 2 Blind. Now, I've arrived at New Reno, which seems to be a pretty big place by the look of it. The only, the proper entrance seems to be over here, with like a giant sign. Reno, the biggest little city in the world. But there's also like a casino, Desperado. So let's start exploring this place. Catspaw. Okay, I actually have a couple of magazines that are called Catspaw. An issue of the Catspaw magazine. Interesting. So do they come out of this place? Because they share the icon as well of the logo of the black cat. It smiles, displaying a gleaming gold tooth. His cologne is so strong it almost chokes you. Welcome to the glittering city of New Reno, my brother. And you are? My name is Jules, and I would be most pleased to make your acquaintance, show you around, and set you up with whatever you're looking for. Alright, how can you help me? I can get anything you need, brother. If you need to fly, get high, slide down low in a Lucius hoe. Julius knows where to go. The question is, I got the treasure. What is your pleasure? Okay, so what can you tell me about New Reno? Can Jules tell you about New Reno? Hell yes. First thing you should know, Reno's ruled by 4 families. Mordinos, the Salvatores, the Bishops, and the Wrights. Each of them got a slice of the New Reno pie. Okay, tell me about the families. Well, now, another thing you've got to know about New Reno is that nothing is free. If it is, re-examine the merchandise. Okay, I can afford $100 to pay him for information. Jules pockets the chips so quickly you swear they vanished. So, which of the fine families are you interested in today? Well, all of them actually, but let's start with the Mordino family. He holds up 2 fingers. The Mordinos are a 2-headed beast, friend, and each head is named Jesus Mordino. I always suspected that Jesus had ties to organized crime. Let's say that because I find this line hilarious. There's the father, Big Jesus Mordino, and the son, Little Jesus. And both are the meanest sons of bitches you will ever meet. There used to be slaves here, but they turned the tables years ago and carved out their own little empire. How big is their empire? They own the Desperado just down the street. Can't miss it. They also got the biggest supply of jet in all of New Reno. So if you've got the urge to fly. How come the Mordinos have the biggest supply of jet? They are on top of the pile, friend. Ain't no more reason than that. They've got the factory, the maker, and the distribution. They are the whole goddamn airline. They've got so much jet. What factory? Got factories all over New Reno, cranking out the shit day and night. That's why you can buy all the jet you need, most anywhere. Bars, casinos, and on the street. And of course, from me. Okay, back to Mordinos and the jet. What maker? Yeah, he leans in. You see, the Mordinos got themselves a little gold mine by the name of Myron. Hit the jackpot with him. See, he made a jet. Okay, that's very interesting. Will I meet him? But actually, that makes me wonder. I think Fallout 4 and possibly Fallout 3 and New Vegas as well are contradictory to this, because especially in Fallout 4 I'm pretty sure you could find jet in vaults that were sealed, in containers that were sealed since before the war, as if it was a regular drug that just existed before the war. But I guess this game is trying to tell me that there is literally a person, it is a new invention And there is a particular guy who invented Jet. So I guess it might not be true. I guess I will learn more if I meet him. But that's kind of interesting. Okay, back to Mordinos and the Jet. How extensive is their distribution network? They pump it all over New Reno for starters, up north to the Den, and also catches himself, then shrugs and continues. Well, it's also making its way to Redding nowadays. Too, which doesn't hurt the Mordinos' purse none. Tell me about Redding. Not much to say. It's a mining town northwest of here. Word is, Mordino wants to get some influence there, get some of that Redding gold that they dig up. So he ships them Jet, and they ship back gold, and everyone is happy. Okay, let's tell me about other families. Oh, he wants 100 for each. Okay, but that is a pretty extensive. The dialogue is pretty extensive, and he tells me a lot of information that might come in useful in other conversations. So sure. Tell me about the Salvatore family. A quiet bunch. They are led by Luis Salvatore, an original gangster getting on in years. Their territory is on the west side. Their crib's the bar called Salvatore's on the 2nd Street. Don't be making trouble there. Why not? Some free advice. You see a Salvatore, keep your head down and your mouth shut, or they will cut you in two. They've got the best firepower this side of CA. And anybody with any kind of sense, and nobody with any kind of sense fucks with them, understand? This side of CA. So by CA he means California, right? CA? I think. What kind of firepower do the Salvatores have? Pistols, except they shoot light. New Reno is a city of light, but those lights of those pistols shine. But the light that those pistols shine can cut a man in two. Jules makes a slicing motion, makes a clean burn between the two halves, it does. They shoot light. Do they call them laser pistols? Well, I don't really know. I ain't sure what you're talking about. But take my word for it. Don't go asking the Salvatores about those pistols. They have a twitchy habit of killing people who are curious. Well, by laser pistols, Jules, I mean pistols that emit beams of coherent light. A beam of sufficient wattage, say several megawatts, could do considerable damage if focused on a target for a few seconds, producing the effect you've described. I somehow feel it's a little bit too wordy for him, but let's say that, just to see his reaction. Now I don't know what you're talking about, and you talk like one of them folks in white coats over at the stables. You sure you ain't one of them? The stables? He leans in. Now I don't want to go about the less pleasant New Reno sites, but there's a bunch of white coats who talk like you in the building, the stables north of town, heavily guarded by Mordino's men. What do they do there? Test new kind of jet, from what I hear. I am telling you this in confidence, my friend. Don't go poking around there. The Mordinos don't like visitors. Besides, Jules can get you all the jet you need. Why do the Mordinos keep testing jet? It sounds like it's habit-forming enough as it is. Just trying to make it better, I guess, to refine the process, refine the chem. Jet is good, but if they can make it better, the difference between scraping the sky and flying to the moon, I suppose. Do you know how can I get into the stables? Now hold on a minute. I wouldn't even think about that if I were you. The Mordinos guard the place like rabid dogs. Just put the thought out of your mind. There must be a way in. Well, if you could talk all smart like you were doing, you could pass for one of them whitecoats there. Of course, you could also hire on with the Mordinos and get put there. Okay, more about the families? Sure, another $100. Tell me about the Bishop family. I actually have a briefcase from Vault City to be delivered to one of the bishops, so it will be good to learn more about them. John Bishop. Not much to say. Bishop's a smart one, tough, and looking to get it all. Where's his territory? He hangs out in the Shark Club on the 2nd Street. He's surrounded by guards, so don't go paying a visit unless you got real business with him. He smiles evilly. And keep your business away from his wife and his daughter. Business? You know what I mean, brother. Just stay away from them too. Unless the thought of being on Bishop's list is something you would like. Okay. And the last family, the Wright family. The Wrights? Huh. The Wrights are the only family who are family. The other families, you see, they've got mercs and tumbleweeds for muscles. But the Wright family is the Wright family. You understand? They're a family. How many are there? Almost 20 or more true-blooded Wrights. Mean as a spit, and each of them uglier than the next. What do the Wrights control in New Reno? They ain't got a casino. They mostly deal in alcohol and sell it to the other families. If you're looking for a hooch, they hang out in east side of town in a big mansion. Okay. I've got some other questions about New Reno. Can you tell me a little bit about New Reno? Reno's got 4 families. Mordinos, Salvatores, Bishops, and Wrights. Each of them got a slice of the new Reno pie. What about the law? Ain't no law, no police, no sheriff, no government bodies. Just the families. Who keeps order in Reno then? The families keep things running smooth. They don't like trouble in Reno because it hurts the tourist trade, and that means less money for them. Don't make trouble and cover your bets. You'll stay off Golgotha. Golgotha? Yeah, that's the graveyard outside of town. It's where they put debtors and people who have crossed the families. They just string them up on post and let them die slowly in the sun. Not my choice of dying. Stinks like hell out there. Okay. That's a pretty cruel form of execution. Basically, I wonder what kills you first. Is it the thirst, or do you get sunstroke and die from that? Well, anyway, probably better not to test it. I have some other questions. I'm looking to buy some heavy firepower. I hear you, brother, I hear you. You want the best. You go to see my man Eldridge on the West End. He's got the shit that will kill people you haven't even met yet. Tell him I sent you. Okay. I'm looking for supplies. You need some supplies? Well, you can go to Renesco up on the West End, but here's the catch. Don't buy no chems from him, cause they ain't safe. He got supplies alright, but if you want chems, talk to me. Okay. I want to get laid. I actually don't, but I guess I will visit the brothel anyway, if it exists, just to see if they have any quests for me. I want to get laid. I hear you, brother. Most tourists, you see, they stride down Virgin Street and get suckered by some of those too cheap whores. If you look like you've got class, so head over to the Catspaw across the street from here. Tell him Jules sent you. Okay. I'm actually not looking for a gek because I already have it, but which is weird that the game doesn't acknowledge that. But I guess let's ask that anyway. I'm looking for a gek. Garden of what? That's some kind of a chem? What does this garden thing do? Get you high? Not really. Okay, do you have anything to sell? Where can I get some chems? I don't want to buy them, but I might want to sell them. I have quite a few. Brother, you need to look no further than humble Jules himself. I've got it all, and if I ain't got it, you don't want it. Shall we get down to business? Sure, let's deal. I actually look more... I plan to do selling rather than buying. Don't I have jet? Pretty sure I had jet. Okay, that's just enough. Well, anyway, I've got some stimpaks out of this. Actually, I'm not interested in any cams right now. I have to be going. Okay, so this is a brothel then, Catspaw. From a distance, the child seems to be dressed in rags. As you near him in your power armor, however, his eyes grows wide, and he takes off running. Oh, so he's scared of me, which it isn't weird. Like, look at what kind of a towering behemoth I am in that armor. But the problem is, I can't exactly take it off because it gives me so much additional strength that I wouldn't actually be able to carry my own inventory if I took it off. So, give us an offer of your prime selection of booty. It's a booty blowout. Okay. Well, let's talk to the people here. The woman before you is stunningly beautiful. As you address her, she looks up from her work and smiles. Oh, a new face. I'm Miss Kitty. Welcome to Catspaw. What is your pleasure today, sir? You know, I've been finding magazines called Catspaw throughout the desert, and I have no idea what they are. I have one right here. She looks surprised. Let me see. Well, you know, I've heard a rumor that in the pre-war years, the Catspaw was a publishing house for pornographic materials. This place was a publishing house. Yes, the rooms were used for film shoots with models from across the world. She seems entranced by the magazine. Quite a little piece of history you've got there. Well, I'm glad to know what the damn thing is. It's irritating to keep examining it and getting the same message over and over again. I'd probably still get it, even though it's identified now. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about all of those fourth wall breaks. You know, once in a while, a fourth wall break is okay, especially in like an Easter egg, but this is just a regular conversation with a random person, and I feel weird with my character referring to the game's mechanics. You know, if you can bring me a complete set, let's say 10 of them, I'll buy them from you. They would be good for a display. Might attract customers. Are you interested? Well, if I find that many, okay. But I have some other questions. Oh, I can provide prostitutes for my companions. I wonder if I can make them sleep with gories. Because obviously, technically speaking, I'm not sure if it's bestiality anymore because he's basically sentient. But I'm not going to do that. That's weird and potentially kind of cruel because I think that would hurt them. But I'm just kind of interested, you know, on a theoretical level. Jules told me to come here if I was looking for some action. She smiles and winks. Is that so? Well, then you've come to the right place. Whatever's your pleasure or fantasy, we can provide it. And don't be shy, we've heard it all. So what would you like? Well, actually nothing. I'm not interested in paid loving. I'm mostly interested in quests or additional lore or trivia I might get from the conversations. So, let's actually talk with the workers. Wonder if they have anything to say. Will my moisture make you rust? is that a comment on my power armor? Are you sure you were looking for a car wash? Yeah, it is. It's really cool. I like that. I like how they acknowledge the fact that I am a lumbering behemoth of steel, and they adjust their commentary accordingly. Is that some kind of a new vibrator? Yes. Now go pay the cashier. Okay. If you get an erection in that thing, do you bruise? I guess that's an interesting question. Would the power armor even accommodate an erection? What kind of space does it have, you know, down there for growth? Well, okay, but no way in hell you're going to be on top. Okay, those comments are rather hilarious. I appreciate those. Will my moisture make you rust? Okay. Yes, you are the vault dweller. Yes, you found the water chip and beat the master. You're my hero. Okay, so I guess some of the people have like a fantasy of being worshipped as the hero of the wastes. So the prostitutes are pretending that they are the vault dweller. Interesting. Okay, let's continue. NCR, something for today, place for today. NCR, peace for today. Okay, so is this an NCR embassy or something? You must be really afraid to get an STD to be in that thing. Let me set you up, man. I was a pimp of 2 years running. Okay, I'm not interested. So is this? I thought this was an NCR embassy from the posters, but it seems to be more like a Crackton. Like it's all disheveled. Oh man, those DTs might be getting worse. Now metallic people are talking to me. Okay. What's up with those buildings over here? I don't think this one even has a door, the lower one, which is interesting and kind of weird. I don't think there's anyone here. Oh, I guess I can get from here. Right? Maybe not. I'm clicking right here and there is no door anyway. Like it must be on the other side. So I presume from that this building is not important. Have you got any jet in there? Does it get hot in there? Does it get hot? Those DTs must be getting worse. I'm seeing metallic men talk to me. Okay. Well, I will visit the casino, especially because it seems to be an important location. But first, let's talk with people on the street. If you want to get it on, you'll have to step out of there. Spare a few chips? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Why walk when you can fly? What have you got? He's a dealer, right? Okay, he doesn't sell anything I find remotely useful. How do you go to the bathroom with that thing on? Again, a pretty interesting question, I guess, but I would suppose a power armor would have an inbuilt, like a filtration system for waste. So you I imagine how it happens is you basically shit yourself, but it's rigged in such a way that it's sort of collected somewhere and then you throw it away. As if it was like a space suit or something. And that's what I presume anyway. But that is an interesting question. Can she suck a garden hose through a golf ball? Yes, she can. Is that a pimp? Yeah. Don't you be doing no teabag on my woman now. Look, Tin Man, if you want me to dress up as Dorothy or Toto, that's extra. Sir, ma'am, you can't wear that in the casino unless you really want to. Never mind. Okay, I'm not interested in gambling per se, especially because I have rather low gambling skill. How do you take a piss with that thing on? Yeah, question for the ages. I have no idea. Place your bets. Okay, no bets today. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson. Just a joke. Okay, I don't get that reference. How do you take a piss? Okay, they are not overly talkative. What's your poison, pal? Who's the guy at the bar with the knife? That's Jesus's little boy, little Jesus. Him and that knife are like close friends. I've seen them do some wicked things with it. Anyways, can I get you something? What's on tap? Okay, so he just sells alcohol and jet, which I am not interested in. Let's talk with him. Huh? Something you want, amigo? Who are you? Me? If you've got to ask. Heh. Name's Jesus. Jesus Mordino. Same as my dad. He's the big Jesus. Head of the whole Mordino family here in Reno. So most call me Little Jesus. Prevents confusion, you know. I've heard about your family. I hear you guys are a force to be reckoned with. We Mordinos are going to run New Reno and Redding too. You'll see. What do you mean about Redding? A bunch of no-neck miners dig in the dirt, but they like to fly, you know what I'm saying? So they are a bunch of camera lions? Well, when they've got their first taste of jet, they were. You can't have just one. Where does the jet come from? The jet, it comes from here. See, we don't dig for gold, we make it. Liquid gold. Jet, worth a fortune to the miners, costs next to nothing to make. We ship it to Redding, they shoot up, then fly. They ship us gold. It's that simple. How long has this been going on? It seems like you could have controlled all of Northern California by now, if jet was that habit-forming. You're right about that. You see, we didn't always have jet, but we stumbled across this kid. He took a look at the shitty chems we were selling, and he said he could do better. And he did. Now he works for us. It's that simple. Okay, who is this kid, and where is he? His name is Myron. As for where he is, that's something you don't need to know. Okay. Probably not the best idea to push it. Like, I'm not sure what's my angle here in New Reno. Better not to antagonize anyone too early. I've got some other questions. He picks his teeth with a dirty fingernail. Looking for a job. Again, I don't want to side with one of the families before I get to know them all. What is there to do around New Reno to relax? The Desperado is the place to be, Holmes. You've got the jet, the games, and the action. And we've got all of the putas you need right outside, wet and willing. Paradise, Holmes. Paradise. Okay, thanks for the tip. Let's see what's upstairs. Seemingly not much. Are you one of those new console systems that are coming out? Nice armor. Does it have air conditioning? How do you take a piss? Okay, this guy seems important. The man turns to face you. He looks sick with fever. Sweat trickles down his face and stains his clothes. He's staring at you. It looks like he's waiting for you to speak. Who are you? The man speaks in a rasping voice. I am Jesus Mordino. You will address me as Senor Mordino. A bead of sweat trickles down his forehead. What is your business with me? Is the heat bothering you? You seem uncomfortable. The temperature does not agree with me. My breathing is somewhat difficult. It seems the stress or other physical activity. In times of stress or other physical activity, I tire quickly. Sometimes I have chest pains. Well, really? Well, it's good. It's good you don't take any methamphetamines or stimulants then. I had some other questions. Mordino waits. As you watch, another bit of sweat trickles down to the side of his face. I'm looking for work. I'm not yet. To be honest, I don't feel good with the idea of working for the organized crime, and in fact, I'm kind of potentially interested in bringing down all of those crime families, but I guess an interesting question to ask is, would that actually be profitable, preferable for the regular people? Because that would only create a power vacuum. There is no authority to speak of. There is no government or like police or anything. So if I brought down the families, it would be total chaos, which I'm not sure if that's preferable to what they've got now. Help you with something, son? Oh. Here's a few bucks. Can you play something else? Alright. You heard the man, boys. Let's try a little something else. Okay, so that's some kind of a band then. It's a pity I can't actually hear them. Taste the pain. Come again some other day. Okay, go on. That's not much of a song, seems to me, but yeah, it repeats already. You can buy the shit that kills people, or buy Jagged Jimmy's clean, strong shit. You couldn't pay me enough chips to get it on with you in that. If you want to have sex with you in that thing, that's extra. Some woman must have broken your heart terribly for you to have retreated inside that armored suit. Let me help. You can't find sweeter tale anywhere else. Golden Globes, porn. Okay, is that a movie studio? Yes, it is. They have cameras and everything. Wait, you too good to talk to me? The Corsican brothers at your service. Glances up, irritated. Then does a double take. You're the new fluffer? What's a fluffer? Whoa, what am I thinking? You come in here, a class act, and I babble like an idiot. Look, pal, sorry about that. Say, are you looking for work? None of that fluffing crap. I'm talking acting, you see. Well, can I star in like a pornographic movie? I'm not interested, again. It's not really my thing, but it's interesting that if the game gives me an option to. First off, what is this place? This here are the Golden Globes, a film studio, pal. The only one in Reno, probably the only one still erect and standing, you see. Now, are you going to talk my ears off, or do you want a job? How do you film? I mean, come on, you need cameras, film projectors. Where would you get all that stuff? We lucked out. We didn't need any of that Stone Age crap. We stumbled across a working holographic projector. No bulky equipment, no fuss, and no unsightly mess. Okay, I'm not interested in starring in a porn movie. Even though it's interesting that they give me an option. Can I talk with some of the actors, maybe? It's what? Could you please stop trampling around in that get-up? I'm trying to memorize my lines. Listen, I somehow doubt people are going to care if you memorize your lines right in a porn movie. Most people don't watch them for the plot. He can give me a purple one? Nasty little crotch cobra you've got there. Crotch cobra? Okay, that's an interesting term for it. Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? Okay, so that's a Star Wars reference right there. Could you please stop trampling around in that getup? Trying to memorize my lines. Okay, this is Salvatore's. And this is the Shark Club. A jungle. Okay, there's a lot happening in this district from the looks of it. Seemingly I'm blocked by my companions again, which is a little annoying, really. Okay, seemed nothing in this building, so let's start building by building, first going into the jungle gym, okay. Nod stupidly at everything you say. I like pizza, but I have to be careful with the crust. What? Tommy Gunn is the man. Ivan is the best. Spider will kill anyone who stands in his way. The boxer looks at you with frightened eyes. The midget studies you as you walk up and takes a toothpick out of his mouth. Yeah, what do you want, big guy? Who are you? Whoa, you have not heard of me? Stuart Little? The biggest agent in all of New Reno. Someone's done you a disservice by not telling you about me, pal. He sticks a toothpick back in his mouth, chews on it. Got a name? I'm Trevor. Alright, Trevor, nice to meet you. What can I do for you? Well, I'm not much of a boxer, I think. Although, I guess that depends whether they let me to box in power armor, because if they do, it's obviously very stupid of them, but then I have a pretty decent strength. Let's save. I doubt the boxing matches are to the death, so I might try. I'm looking to box. Can you help me out? I'll give you a chance, but ain't promising anything. I'm doing you a favor taking someone unknown under my wing. My take is half the winnings. No argument. And cut your take down to 25% and we've got a deal. No dice. 50-50 or nothing. Okay, 50-50. What's next? Alright, Stuart looks you over. You're going to need a name, like a handle. Something that sounds tough, mean, like Trevor the Hurricane, Trevor the Brawler, Okay. Trevor the Princess. Okay, I guess Trevor Lighting, maybe? Or... because I'm not particularly strong, but I am pretty agile. I doubt it matters very much. Flying Nam. Dr. Fist. Okay, Dr. Fist is actually a pretty decent boxing name for this character, because, he's highly intelligent and rather well educated as well at this point, what with all of the points into science. Okay, let's go with Dr. Fist. The midget nods. Dr. Fist, not bad, not bad. It fits. Nods at the ring. Shall we get to it then? Are you ready? Okay. Am I going to stay in the power armor? Well, no. Okay, so in that case, I'm kinda screwed. Ladies and gentlemen, round 1. Boys and girls. Today's match is brought to you by Rotgut. When you absolutely have to have something to drink and don't care what it is, choose the Rotgut. That's a brilliant advertisement. In this corner, the challenger, weighing in at 161 pounds, fresh from the wasteland, Dr. Fist. And in this corner, you know him, you love him, Jock. Okay, I think I'm going to get destroyed, because they have very low strength and mediocre unarmed skill. Let's get ready to beat some ass. Round 1. Okay. the death claw disrobed to watch it. Okay, I would prefer if he moved in on me. Oh, will he not do it? Oh, yeah, this is what I wanted basically. Yeah, this is not going to work. Like I am pathetic in hand-to-hand combat. This is like watching the Paralympics or something. Oh, what? Was killed? What? Are those fights to the death? And the winner is... by means of a knockout. Okay, so he's not dead. Dr. Fist. Okay. Okay, that went better than I expected. Stewart is smiling like a jackal. Damn fine performance up there, Dr. Fist. You're doing alright. Feeling alright? Let me know when you're ready for the next match. I'm ready. Sure, let's try it. I doubt I'm going to win the whole tournament, because obviously I'm pretty weak. It was mostly luck, good rolls I guess, that I knocked him out. Today's match is brought to you by Gamma Gulp Beer. When your skin is lacking that special glow, choose Gamma Gulp Beer. So is the radioactive beer? Because in Fallout Universe, they actually had an obsession with making radioactive drinks. That's where Nuka-Cola comes. Like they had a literal version of Nuka-Cola that glowed because of the radioactive particles in it. I think it was Nuka-Cola Quantum. Let's get ready to beat some ass. Okay, I somehow doubt it's going to work out in my favor, but... but let's try it. Oh, okay, that was a decent opening hit. Even though I do very low damage, so... you know... But I have a lot of health compared to them, I think. Is it round 2? What happened? I don't think I lost, but I didn't knock him out either. What? That's wrong. I didn't knock him out. I don't understand this. But okay, I'm not complaining. I am fine performance. Let me tell you when you're ready for your next match. Sure, let's do it. While I'm on a winning streak. Not quite sure how long will that last, but to be honest, I'm doing better than I anticipated. Anyway. Today's match is brought to you by the Catspaw. When you need that itch, when you've got that itch that you need to scratch, head to the Catspaw. In this corner, you know him, you love him, Ivan Holyfield. Okay. I probably should have healed before this fight, using the doctor's skill or something. But hopefully I still have enough. Okay, I think that's the end of my boxing career. Like, this guy hits really hard compared to those previous guys, and I have a lower chance to hit him, which probably means he has a better defense. I doubt I can kick him. It's probably against the rules of boxing. But let's try. If I get disqualified, that's going to be hilarious in and of itself. Well, I cannot even hit him properly. Yeah, disqualified, right? The winner is, by means of disqualification, this guy. Okay, can I get a rematch, or am I disqualified forever? Looks disgusted. Looks disgusted with you as you're hauled out of the ring. Get out of my sight, asshead. No hope for you in this town. Beat it. Okay. That's kind of what I figured is going to happen. I don't think I can reasonably expect to defeat him. But I will try once again if they let me. I don't think they will, because obviously I literally broke the rules and got disqualified. But let's ask, Well, if it ain't Dr. Fist, what brings you back around? Give me another chance. I can go the distance. Come on. What? The masticator bite off your ears, boy? I said beat it. Get out of here. Okay, it's fair enough. As I said, I broke the rules for shits and giggles, basically. But I don't think I would have won anyway, so doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so let's go to Salvatore's bar. And then to the Shark Club, which I think is the last thing to explore in this particular district. There is also this. No, this is way out, the way out of the city into the world map. Because green indicates, you know, the same general area, and brown indicates the world map. So I guess there are two other places to go. West and east, but first I guess let's go into the Salvatore's bar. Are you sure you aren't looking for a car wash? Or can I even get in there? She's currently standing right in my way, which is a little annoying. I'm not going to lie. Okay, let's go to the Shark Club first. You'll need to remove that armor, actually. Never mind. How the hell do you go to the bathroom in that thing? Okay, I'm not interested in gambling. What's your poison, pal? Who's that old fellow by that crappy slot machine? You mean Old Man McGee? He's mostly harmless, spent near a fortune on that old machine, and hasn't seen a return in years. Can I get you something, friend? Well, do you sell anything that's useful? Like Stimpaks? Nope, just alcohol and drugs. Which I guess is understandable. This is not a medical clinic. But there's supposedly an old guy by the slot machines. Is it this guy? I don't think so, or if he is, he's not particularly talkative. Are these people? You see a comedian. Why is he in a cage? Is that to stop people from throwing stuff at him? He's too busy in the routine to talk right now. Okay. Can I go in there? I can, but there's no one here. They are called rat scorpions. What's so rad about them? Okay. What do you want, pal? Make it quick. What's up those stairs? If you don't know, then you don't need to know. Now blow. I'm here to see Mr. Bishop. Now I know Mr. Bishop's schedule, and you ain't on it. He's expecting me. Tell him I'm here. Alright, what is your name? I'll check with the boss. I'm Trevor. The guard steps away for a moment and opens a panel on one of the walls and whispers something to it. He waits a minute and then turns back. He doesn't know you. Piss off, pal. You're wasting your time. Let me see him. Now. Boy, you're one stupid son of a bitch, aren't you? Look, get out of here before we beat the rest of your brains out of you. Okay, but I do actually... Oh! Right. I cannot say that I cannot say that I have a package for him because one of my companions has it, right? Yeah, Moore's briefcase. I'm here to see Mr. Bishop. I have a suitcase for him from Mr. Moore. He says you can head on up. He studies you. Even under all of that getup, you still look like one of them tribals. Snorts. The boy said you've got a briefcase for me from a mutual acquaintance. Let's see it. Here you go. Opens the briefcase, checks the contents, and then snaps it shut. It's from Moore, alright. Says you check out, Tribal. Lucky for you, he smiles. You come in here with a bad rep, and you're asking for a quick trip to the sky. What? A bad rep? Well, my rep is actually good, but I guess for organized crime it might be bad. I killed a lot of slavers, for example, in my life. I'm curious, what's in the briefcase? Hold your horses, Tribal. I have some questions for you first. Where do you know Moore from? He's trying to play politics among the tribes now? Huh, that boy has missed his calling. I met him in Vault City spreading the word. I offered to help him out by delivering this briefcase to you. Huh, damn human of you. For all of his preaching, old Tomcat Moore can't seem to step off his soapbox long enough to actually do any legwork. Still, that doesn't make him any different than any other NCR boy. Well, he does seem to have a certain amount of sense in terms of opening Vault City up for other people and sharing their medical technology. Of course, being able to whip up a crowd into frenzy ain't too bad when you're going into politics. He studies you suspiciously. And you, NCR, too? Tomcat's about the only one of them I can't stand for the moment. Well, I am not an NCR, but compared to, like, the slavers or the raiders or Vault City itself, for that matter, the NCR seems like a better alternative, but I'm mostly just a traveler. I agreed to help Moore out because I needed work. Nods at the case. Well, the briefcase was worth it. A little slice of Vault City inside, some precious tech that frigid bitch Lynette doesn't want to part with. But hey, Tribal, I ain't paid you yet. Here is your cut. Say, I don't have any other jobs lined up at the moment. Do you have any work for me? Yeah, I've got a job for you. I have this problem down in South NCR. This fellow Westin has got a big mouth that needs to be shut. Permanently. $500,000. Easy money. I'm not interested in killing him, but I am interested in meeting him. So maybe if I agree I can warn him about the fact that they are planning to kill him. And no problem, that Westin guy is as good as dead. Hold on, I ain't finished telling you everything yet. I want this guy dead, but it can't look like he was aced. Don't put a bullet in his skull, don't stab him to death. Don't do anything that smells like a hit. Because that is the way it has to be done. If you piss off anyone down there, make them think that I had anything to do with any of this, and I'll make sure no one can identify your corpse. How the hell am I supposed to whack somebody and not make it look like murder? That's your problem, Tribal, and not mine. Do some mumbo-jumbo, mix some poisonous plants and slip him into his drink, choke him in his sleep, push him off of a building, I don't care, just so that it doesn't look like a hit. You want me to make it look like an accident, eh? And I need to know more about this Westin. Alright, fair enough. Where can I find this guy? I don't want to have to hunt his I don't want to have to hunt his ass down to... What? Where can I find this guy? I don't want to have to hunt his ass down when I get to the NCR. He's got a ranch in the NCR. Follow the Brahmin stink, and you should find him without too much trouble. Okay. Has he got any kin? Any family? Any witnesses I got to worry about? No kids, no wife, no family to speak of. There might be some ranch heads, but they shouldn't be too much trouble. Ranch hands? Are they armed? And how many is some? Probably armed. As for a head count, I haven't got one. I know that he's got workers, and there's most likely more than one. Dealing with them is your problem, Tribal. Okay, what does Westin do? What's his job schedule like? He's a Brahmin rancher and animal herder, so? No, he's something more, or else we wouldn't be having this conversation. Well, he's also a counselor in the NCR Congress. Does that scare you, Tribal? It shouldn't. Do your job and you got nothing to worry about. Fuck it up, and Westin will be the least of your worries. Okay, that's enough. Alright, one more time. I ain't made myself crystal clear. It has to look like an accident, or it's no good. Okay, I am not going to do it, but I am going to warn him about it and maybe turn the tables around on this guy. Because to be honest, if I am to kill someone, I would much rather dismantle the crime families of New Reno rather than the NCR, unless I learn something in specific about that Westin guy, that he's some kind of seriously fucked up individual, or like seriously corrupt in a way that hurts people to a large degree. Then I might reconsider this. I heard you the first time. I'll be back after Westin has had his accident. Alright, I expect to hear from you soon. And remember, Tribal, you don't know me, and we've never had this conversation. Word gets out, and I'll put you down. Okay. I will be back. Anything else we can talk about? No. Oh, he's got a pool on the roof. Interesting. Okay, hopefully the club is unclogged. Okay, but I am going to explore it next time because this episode has been long enough. So that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.